coming from walk number 2, man. Workout number 2.
Not yet.
give me the secret, man. Give me the secret. What's the weigh-in today, man? What you eat today?
I had a detox smoothie this morning, man.
A detox? What's a detox smoothie? What's that?
Cucumbers, pineapples.
Okay.
What else? What else is in that? Cucumbers, pineapples, celery, stem of celery.
So you juicing it first and then putting it? Are you just putting it in the?
I'm doing a 7-day detox.
I hear you. So you just put the whole celery into the blender and just chop it up. You don't juice it and then pour the juice into the smoothie. You
just straight
pulverize everything.
Straight veggies.
That's why you're looking like you're damn 15.
Oh man. So yeah, cucumbers, parsley, stem of celery, and pineapple. So I'm doing that for 7 days, man.
When will you hold on a second? Let me get Preston up in here. Let me get this guy up in here. Where did he go? You came just in time. We're talking about pulverizing smoothie and parsley. You came just in time. We talk about pulverizing smoothies and parsley and celery and shit like that.
BT.
What up? What up, though? What up?
What's going on?
Man, y'all boys got the pressure on me. I like it.
You know what, man? Since I started drinking some of those smoothies, because I did the 10-day smoothie by J.J. Smith. I saw a book that she had a few weeks ago, and I did that a few weeks for 10 days straight. You know, it was for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I told you about that, Preston, a few weeks ago. And she has some snacks that were incorporated. And after that session was completed, man, I felt so good, man. And I just figured the next time I do it, it's a modified version where I can do breakfast, lunch, and then for dinner, eat a nice healthy meal. You know, maybe chicken breast, salad, something pertaining to that, man. So, but it's hard now. If you're just gonna do the regular smoothie, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's tough. Because the snacks are, apples, peanut butters, unsalted cashews, things like that, man. So, like I said, the main thing about it, I felt better. I felt good, man. So that's why I was able to do it. A little bit more energy, not sleeping as late as I've done before, So.
That shit is wild. It's funny. I just got off the other line with Johnny. We was wrapping up that joint and just talking the same thing. It's like, it's wild. One, how much you like ignore little stuff. You know what I'm saying, within your body, like little inflammations or aches or whatever. But when you say like you take out dairy for 2 or 3 days, or you just eat fresh vegetables and fruits and drink right, like. I was telling Johnny, like, man, these last couple of weeks, boy, like cutting that stuff out, like you just spring out the bed because, before I always get up early, but it's just not as groggy, not as, the joint don't hurt as much. Ain't no as much phlegm in the morning, like just shit the old people used to tell you, but it's true. It's 100% true. But, how you can, at night, you ain't thinking about how good your knee feel in the morning. You like, man, where that burger at? Put that cheese on that thing. So, but it does have what you put in that body. I mean, we all know this, but it's that constant we forget. You know what I'm saying? That's the wild thing.
What are some things that you're doing? Yeah, because I see you doing a lot of weight quick.
My biggest thing, big man, a similar detox, but it's just more about abstaining. So no dairy, no red meat, no pork, of course. And that's really it. I mean, so you could just fresh veg, no fried foods, no sweet, and just sticking to that. So just really adhering to that, and that's held me down. So what does that leave you with? A lot of chicken, a lot of grilled, a lot of smoothies in between instead of just burgers and shit. So I mean, it's ultimately and that's the whole thing. Everybody know what to do is doing it and doing it consistently. So that's always the big thing, my opinion.
What about the output?
Always working. Again, I'll show you, steps, burpees in the backyard, clipping 250 at a clip, you know what I'm saying? The work ain't never the problem, my dude. That's the work.
You always been a freak with that now, as far as the working out.
And I mean, and that's the funny thing I was talking to Johnny about, because his inspiration in the chat kind of deal, of course, to be inspired and see what he can do. But weight loss probably down on the list for him, 3 or 4. His whole deal is his kidney function and just overall functionality and health. You know what I'm saying? So Johnny's thing is he can't go keto because that's too much protein mess with his kidneys. You know what I'm saying? So it's really for him about nutrient dense greens, vegetables, like you say, no salt on the nuts. When before, what you mean I can't have no salt on these? What the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? So his goal within the whole weight loss joint is different. And again, losing weight is great for him because I was like, what's skinny for Johnny? And he was like, man, shit, 275. And really, I mean, he only 315, 320, so that's not far, but his whole deal is his kidney numbers, his functionality, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's always wild, just with this overall health deal, it's a trip. I mean, you already lost the weight, but like you said, it just looked like you just, you know what I'm saying, just feel so much better beyond all the weight loss. Of course, getting the body fat off you, but just eating the right stuff, that fuel right, so you function better and all of that stuff. Is that probably the biggest thing? What's been the biggest win for you so far with this whole shit?
I mean, more than anything, just realizing over the years how important nutrition is. I mean, we said before when you and I were talking to Corey a few weeks ago. I mean, last week. Point of emphasis was just nutrition. Now, I spoke with Preston a few weeks ago as well. It's just how much over the years I've kind of gained an understanding how food is so important, man. Like I said, you can't outwork a bad diet. And that's so crucial, so important, man, because as a young man, I always thought, hey, man, go and run 4 miles, go run 5 miles, you'll lose the weight. And next thing you know, I'm headed out to Wendy's, after a workout, or headed to Burger King, whatever it may be. And at the end of the day, you just defeating the purpose. You just defeating the purpose, man. So over the years, just doing my own research and, seeing others just kind of made me realize, man, you got to put in the right stuff. Because even back a few years ago when we was doing the T25, we did it while I was working at Newberry. Shit, man, we was grinding every single day. The next thing you know, I go to the calf and we eat pizza. I mean, you got salad, got ranch all over the salad. And then eating 3-4 slices of pizza, just, okay, I'm burning here. But then when I got pizza, boom, that's 1,500 calories. That's 2,000 calories. That workout ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing, man. So I guess more than anything over the years, man, the biggest thing has been learning the fact that how important nutrition is. And even, for my 40th birthday in December, I was 310, 315. I was looking back at some pictures, and I said, you know what? Nah, this gotta change, man. So the first thing I did is switched up the diet. Got away from the the processed foods, the fried foods. Y'all know I've been away from the pork almost 20 years now. But got away from that. Started drinking more water. Y'all know the water increases the metabolism, speeds up the metabolism a little bit more, and started working out more and losing weight. So it's a process though, man. I never said it's perfect. Definitely perfect, man. Have your cheat days because you got to, man. You just can't be straight all healthy foods throughout the whole time. I mean, you just that'll stress you out. You gotta have a little cheat day here and there now.
Okay, so let's work backwards. What's a cheat day? What's a cheat day?
I was about to ask because that's my question. What does a cheat day look like?
Is it? Hold on. Let's clarify. Is it a cheat meal or is it the whole day I do what I want?
You know what? Thank you for saying that. A cheat meal. a cheap meal. You know, not a whole day, man. Not a whole day, especially this year, 2020. You know, now prior, you know, and I'm glad you corrected me on that because I would always, it would be a cheat day. You know, where I just, you know what, hey, you know, I've been working out the last 5-6 days. You know what, I'm gonna just eat whatever today, man. I've been grinding. Let me just eat whatever, man. And I could be 4,000 or 5,000 calories, and you gain 5 pounds in a day, 5-6 pounds a day, or a weekend. So you know, like I said, you just want to, you don't want to have an affair. You know what I'm saying? You might be a session. You don't want to have an affair. You know what I mean? A long-standing affair. You know, just cheat, just one cheap meal.
Have just
a quickie.
Like that. I like that. I like that. I like how you compartmentalize that. I like that.
Oh man.
That's a big distinction.
Rated G right there now. That's rated G.
I like it. So what's the cheat? I want to hear the dirty details. What's that? Let me hear this food porn. What is it going to be?
I love Zaxby's, man. You know, you already know that's right across the street from you. I love Zaxby's. It may be a Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's. You know, a Chick-fil-A sandwich or some of the Zaxby meal. Something simple. I don't mess with McDonald's anymore. I did away with McDonald's.
Yeah. What was that?
Kids love Wendy's.
What took you out of the loop with that McDonald's?
Supersize Me.
Oh, he saw the video. He saw the goddamn ignorance is bliss, man. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance is bliss. But
and then you guys know. I mean, you eat a lot of anything. It could possibly be bad for you. But I just felt like, when I saw that video and the things that guy went through and saw the things that they're putting in their food, I said, nah, I need to do away with that. It don't take much now.
No, it damn sure don't. It damn sure don't. So you think one of the things, going back to your statement earlier, like just educating yourself, like, I mean, with football, high school is just, be big. You know what I'm saying? Just be a big dude, be able to move. You know what I'm saying? And so however you do that, whether it's working out all day and then going to Wendy's or going up, to the corner store said and drinking 3 Gatorades, you know what I'm saying? You think about that now, you're like, damn, how wasn't I so big? Do you think football taught you just how to just constantly reevaluate your performance, even now when you're not playing, like reevaluate how you eat your performance, or did it end up in some way hurting you and like how you eat and got to? Because there's so many dudes we know that are big dudes and they just can't get the weight off after they stop playing, even though they've had nutritionists, they know better, stuff like that.
Well, let me say this. I wish when I was 15, 16, 17 years old, when I was in high school, I wish I knew how important nutrition is to your body. Because back then, all I thought was, lifting weights, running those gases. And I mean, naturally, I was big because I ate a lot, right? But I wish I knew now. I mean, the things that I know now, obviously, I'm older. I've done a lot of research. I wish I knew those things back then. I wish there was someone to say, you know what? You need to eat more salads if you want to, be a little more toned. But yeah, I was playing defensive line, I was playing O-line, so I mean that was naturally, and obviously I 240 pounds in high school. Then when I signed in college, I was mid 260s and 270s, 280s, and that came from just eating a lot. And obviously you want to increase your body mass to play at a high level from the particular position I was playing, right? So that's the basis of it.
You remember the first time you got to 300?
First time I got to 300. Yeah, that was freshman 99 when you came.
Okay. So did you have to work hard because you were a DN, you play both ways, DN, tight end, everything. So you had to gain some weight. Because you was going to be in the trenches for sure. Wasn't no damn playing out there tight end, none of that, school, college. So was it a push to like actively, man, I got to put calories on when you first got to school? Was that a push for that?
You know what? I guess my weightlifting formula, I mean, like that increased, like the weightlifting plan increased. Because Pat Moore came spring of 99. Because I ate the same. I ate a lot. I mean, I always ate a lot, even being in high school. But when he came spring of 99, started to, gain more, just more weight. by lifting. I mean, lifting heavier weight. Y'all, that saying, lifting heavier weight, you gaining more mass and you're getting bigger and stronger and all that. But I ate the same. The diet never changed all through college. I ate the same way throughout college. It's just, I guess, the different weightlifting plan that was incorporated for us just naturally, made me gain weight. Heck, I got up to as big as 325 and playing offensive line.
That's the heaviest you ever weighed? 325?
Like playing. I got up to 345 after football now. Yeah.
Ooh.
In 2010, 2011, right when I got to Newberry in 2011, man, I was 245 pounds, man. I still got pictures of that.
What you think contributed? What was the downfall? Was it just no activity?
2009, when our staff got let go at Tennessee State, I went back, and I moved to Charlotte with Rochelle, with my wife, at the time, my girl, and man, I was stressed out. Stress, contributes to a lot of that stuff too. Now, I was stressed out, man, and I was staying here. So all I'm doing is obviously I'm watching film, sending off resumes here and there, networking like crazy, and I didn't touch one weight. I didn't put no sneakers on going outside. Obviously we got let go in November, so it was December, January, February, March. That was spring of 2010. Spring of 2010. And I just got huge. But, you really, my face was bigger, but, that's what contributed, man. I didn't do anything, and I just ate like crazy. And then stress. So stress and food.
Yeah. That cortisol make you hold that weight, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, if we're going to get down to the chemicals of it. So did it scare you, like, how fast you gained weight so quickly? Like, or was it just one of those things, like, you just look one day and was like, what was it that made you realize, man, hold up, Bob, like, stop. We can't.
So then I went to Mississippi Valley State. So even there, this is March, April. I'm living in Mississippi. They had this gas station with this guy, Mr. T. That was his name. This guy working at a gas station. And he had this famous double burger. They call it the Smash. And man, I would eat that every other day. Every other day, just we had the strength coach who got hired over there. He was a good dude, man. He would say, "Hey, man, just go out there and walk every now and then." I said, "Man, I'm good, man." So again, everything was, because I didn't go out, I didn't hang out much. Everything was just football, food. Okay. And then again, the stress elevated because we weren't winning. You know what I'm saying? We lost every game that year. But I'm grinding. I'm grinding. So what hit me was just like, I think once I left there and I got to Newberry, January of 11, I got to Newberry and I said, man, enough is enough. Like, you know what I mean? Enough is enough. I just looked at my pictures. We took a team picture. that fall. It might have been August of 11. And I saw the photos on that team picture, fellas, and I said, you know what? It's time to get right, So that was the motivation from seeing those team pictures from my first year at Newberry. Time to get right.
But you did it though, and I think that's the really interesting part is that, okay, so you just said, all right, it's time to get right, and then you did it. So many people have that same moment and then they don't do it. Why do you think you was able to do it?
It's all, to me, fellas, it's all about commitment, desire, want to. You gotta want to do it, and I just think that's the bottom line. I mean, we can motivate each other. I can call you and say, hey man, you need to start doing this. You need to start doing that. And same thing. I can say whatever I want to say to you guys, but it's what you're doing when the phone is off, or when the camera is off. You gotta want it, and I wanted it when I saw those photos. I started running with the team. We're doing gases with the team. I said, it's time.
So a couple of things just come to mind when I listen to that, because I think a lot of people want $1 million, but a lot of people won't work to do it or figure out a way. Same way with like losing weight. I think a couple of things that helped you was like, you had a visceral picture. You had something that said, hey, this ain't 5 years ago. Like, I just took this picture and then they showed me the proof and I was like, boom. So you had that, a visual to kind of be like, this is what I don't want. The other thing I think that helped you was like you had the environment, right? So that was an environment that you was used to, football, coaching. It made it easy for you to work out, to get engaged, because you're going to be out there coaching those dudes anyway. So let me get a couple gassers in, you know what I'm saying? So that helps the uptick. And every day them boys going to be running those gassers. So once you make up your mind, and I know the competitor that you are, you ain't going to be the dude like, man, I'm going to run these gassers with y'all every day. And then day 3, you just get missing. Nah, like you going to be like, I made that commitment. And so,
another thing, fellas, I never wanted to be that coach that's yelling and trying to push my student athletes and not be able to do what they're doing. That's something that I would always see from some other coaches that I've worked with. You yelling, you screaming. I mean, you young fella. Why you out there trying to do what they're doing? Because that does so much when they see that you're able to do it. And I'm competing against them. Don't let me beat you. Don't let me beat you. I mean, and those are things even, when I start off as a GA, I would do when I was probably in the best shape of my life then, at South Carolina. Heck, I would run with the O-line. I'm talking trash to those guys. I'm, just competing, man. Competition is everything. Competition is everything, man. So that's something, man, I kind of that drive me as well when I saw other coaches. Hey, man, y'all, what y'all doing? How's up? Y'all fat. Call them fat and this and that. I'm like, look in the mirror, man. What you doing? Never wanted any conflicts or anything, but I just like, man, you gotta want it. You tell them to do it. So hey, you gotta do it as well. Yeah, that's something I always wanted to do.
For sure. And again, I think that kind of was one of the things, but you still, like you said, you got to walk every step. You got to either put everything in your mouth or keep it out of there. So, I mean, definitely. It's the wildest shit. What's, it's funny you mentioned like coaches calling dudes like fat or big or whatever. But when did you first start noticing everybody coming
fat.
up?
Hold up. The word is fat. Let's get it clear. The word is fat.
I was just going to say big. You remember when everybody? No, not even that. I was just going to say like big man, because there's a point when I mean in middle school I don't really think I got it that much, but once you start rolling to high school and playing football, people big guy, big man, big dog, you know what I'm saying? So everything is big. Was there a certain time you just started realizing that, or did you always know that you was just a big dude, a bigger kid, bigger than everybody?
Yeah, I always knew that. But going back to that, it's crazy because I would be on staffs where maybe an OC or maybe someone else's staff, and they would call my O-lineman fat. I'm somebody always took pride, and I would be like, nah, we big skill, we big skill, So because that helps their confidence when you got a coach that's going to back them up, and and that's what we are. When we're running gas, sometimes it'll be like, what you say? It's a skill, medium skill, and then big skill. I got that from Mark Smith when he was at South Carolina, and then I started to use that. Like from now on, man, don't call my guys fat. Big skill, and you know what? And that just, like I said, that just elevates their confidence, man. That always helps when a coach has a young man's back. And even if they may be a little bit on the, on the fluffy side, you gotta instill that confidence, man.
There's a lot of dudes that are big, like you said. I mean, because that's rightfully so. I've seen some of the most athletic dudes ever in the world have been offensive linemen on a bunch of different levels. You know what I'm saying? What's somebody that sticks out to you? You remember a big man's feat? Like, of course, like. I think I do like a Stacey Andrews who I played against one time. I mean, just physically weighed 350, but could do, a full split or something like that. Like just things like dudes like that ain't supposed to do. You got any stories for me like that? Any guys you coached?
try to go back just like a big.
Or even yourself. I mean, think about the athletic feats, because of course you was on the big man relay team. You know what I'm saying? And you used to race against other dudes so you played track, you was track, basketball. I mean, you was playing basketball too. You was playing basketball.
Feet, right? Sweet feet, right?
Yeah, I'm saying you was playing at 200 plus in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not always normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, man. Sweet feet, right? I got that. I think Cleve used to always call me that, man. But there's been a few guys that I just obviously you always at the tackle position, you always want to have a guy that's athletic and protecting the blind side. I thought Travell was a real smooth, athletic guy. Who I played next to. I mean, all of us know him. Melvin Page. That's probably one of the ones that really stands out. He, a former teammate, right tackle. He was a specimen. Just based off. He was an old lineman, and not very many of us took our shirts off. No problem with just, and he was a guy who was a specimen. When he took his shirt off, man, it was just smooth. That just looked the part. And that a lot of guys probably wanted to look like, as far as from an upper body standpoint, just the truth, right? There are a few guys, and that's what you want. You want length, especially at the tackle position. You want length, and you want guys that are able to move their feet. And hey, that's one thing I always tell a lot of old linemen that you don't what's the thing? I can't remember what I used to say exactly, but it was just like. Can you dance? I would always ask them, even recruiting, can you dance? Show me you can dance. Some of them, oh, no. I said, usually guys that can dance, they're athletic. They can play, So, slow feet don't eat. That's what it is. Slow feet don't eat. So that was always important, man, at the position. It's something I kind of covered.
Is it wild? Do you have offensive linemen? I mean, because you've been around the game for so long, just how offensive linemen bodies have changed to where you seeing them now covering the front of the ESPN body issue, and they all, of course, the body issue is showing the cats, but they ripped up with, sub 15, sub.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was with the Eagles last summer, and Lane Johnson. Actually, when I was up there, Kelsey and all those guys, they did a body issue with it's a sport ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them getting back. I said, "What y'all do?" Yeah, man, we did. We took some pictures, for the ESPN magazine. And I saw it a few months later on, man. But again, with nutrition, with the things that the guys are adding to their diet, I mean, you're able to do that. Because this thing about take someone like Lane Johnson, or someone even like Jason Peters, left tackle, almost 40 years old, still playing. And I think that's based off technology, nutrition, the things that they're able to put in their body, man. Like, which still look the part. That's important.
Yeah, you see Lane, he got a six-pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes, I mean, not just one, like you said, there might be a Melvin Page in the group, but like that entire Eagles line, or all of them dudes are yoked and ripped, but also still not light in the ass, but also physically.
Athletic.
Yeah, athletic. And, nobody moves and pulls more than an Eagles offensive line with Doug P and all that stuff. So definitely wild to see how that's changed. You think that helps those guys when they transition out, like a Yanda? Some of those dudes, how they are able to drop the weight so quickly. I mean, there's no secret how he lost the weight. It just
because think about it. I mean, and I don't know this because obviously I wasn't there, but I just my guess in the '60s and the '70s or in the '80s, like I remember recruiting this kid a few years back, and one of his dad played in the NFL back in the '80s. His dad almost 400 pounds now. Like it's just. I think again we talk about. The information, knowing more about the human body and what things you need to do. I think when they make that transition from playing, it'll help them because they're already aware and they know what they ate while as players. Like you take the guy from Baltimore, the right guard, hell of a player, Pro Bowl player. He's down about 220, 230 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just mentioned his name. What's his name?
Marshall Yanda.
Yep, Marshall Yanda, hell of a player. He was able to cut back. Not eating after 7 o'clock. But again, going back to that word we talked about, we learned commitment. Like he already had the commitment. This is what he was going to do. And sometimes people fall off, that commitment level, man. But you got to stick to it if you really want to. And it happens a lot. It's going to happen. It's all about eating as good as you can and moving as much as you can. And I think, that's what some guys need to do after they finish playing. It ain't easy, man. I mean, we all been through it. Heck, we going through the process right now in our competition. There'll be good days and it's gonna be bad days. You know what I mean? But like you said, you don't want to throw up. You just want to,
just get a little, just a little something just to get that body going. So is that one of the most important things you think for you now as a father and about to be a father again? Is that one of the most important things you think for your kids, that you just want them to learn and understand that how much that maybe not even exercise is important, but more so what you put in your mouth consistently over time is the biggest thing?
Because even now with my daughter now, I'm trying to, and she's 6, so I would cut a watermelon in the morning and I'll just leave it on the table. And I want them to snack on that instead of snacking on, we got chips, we got donuts and everything in the cabinet, but I want them to be able to visualize, be able to see that fruit's available and they can eat that. They got to start early, because when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, there was no one telling me that I need to eat this or eat that, right? I mean, just say, yeah, we got oatmeal pies in there, we got donuts. If it's there, eat it, right? We talking 20, 30 years ago. So now I think it's more education, and now that I've been educated, I can educate them, right? So and that's the thing. Hey, and for me, and tell you another thing. When you got my wife's pregnant right now. So when, my little girl, little Kai, when she walks up to me and she hit me in my stomach, she like, baby. I'm thinking in my head like, and my 2-year-old think I'm having a baby now. So if that don't motivate you, what will? I said, nah, mommy having a baby, not daddy. I said, you know what? I got to get right. I got to get right, believe it or not.
That's funny, man.
That's real. that happens. Shit. That was one of the turning points, believe it or not. Hit me in my stomach.
Another that's another real reminder, right? Because she ain't trying to crack jokes. She just hit you. That's that real.
Exactly. See y'all. And y'all might crack jokes, so y'all know what time it is.
And you like, forget I got too,
like what you doing right now. Like what you doing right now with some people. Yeah, if that don't motivate them, man, hey. But again, you can say all you want to say. That person, from an internal standpoint, they gotta want it. They gotta want, what? Damn, this dude get on me every single day. Like every day he got jokes. Oh man, I gotta do something.
But like I said, like I was telling Johnny, is I think also too, that's a way that I know we've been, it's not maybe clinically right, but it's a way y'all boys know how to respond, right? Like y'all boys used to having your weight up for everybody to see in the weight room. Ain't no way in hell 24-Hour Fitness would do a challenge voluntarily and let their members put the weight up there for everybody, even if it was by a number or whatever. Somebody would be like, that's fat shaming. That's no, even though we all in here to work out and this is a gym and this is what we're supposed to be doing, right? Losing weight, getting physically fit. So I think that's one of the things that helps, like I said, and also like with football too, you can talk shit, I'm going to do this, do that, but don't get mollywopped out there too. So you better prepare, yes, I'm saying. So and again, so in a roundabout way, that put me in a position I got to hold myself more accountable, even though I had some accountability, but it just ratcheted it up to a different level, like you said, whether it be a picture or your daughter or whatever. So I know that for me, that's what's definitely one thing. And I know that's what's going to get them dudes going too, especially those dudes I know personally, because that's their little, what I'm saying? Nobody know you like your friends.
And you know what? Even the others, the ones that aren't saying anything, they see it.
That's that thing too. Like,
and y'all, and again,
I thought it was funny, what I'm saying? We put the wings in the other chat, but he put
yeah.
Because I know what we thinking. Man, I ain't got that problem. Like I'm 20 over, but I got till September. I'm gonna drink this beer. I'm gonna eat this 6-piece, and that's just fine. He ain't got that problem. My other roommate, my other boys, they got that problem. He
has some celery and some carrots with that too now.
Sure, and he gonna eat them versus them other boys that we thinking about right now. They ain't gonna, man, get that out of here, man. Give me 6 more wings.
But you know what, man? And we're all, and sometimes, and you two, y'all know me more. I mean, y'all know me better than a lot of guys, man. And sometimes I may have ways of how I come at people about certain things. It's because I'm passionate about it, man, and I care about people, right? You take some of the guys that are on the chat, man. Some of them are probably a little too heavy. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, seriously. And you look at some people that are dying from high blood pressure, man. I look at all that when I'm doing my research. Like,
is that one of the most surprising things from you with the weight loss chat? Because that's what Johnny and I was talking about. I was like, you've done challenges before, and was that something you looked at and was like, yo, I didn't know so-and-so weighed that much? Like, was that kind of a scary thing? Because that could easily be any one of us.
Yeah, because again, you can look good, but what's inside? Some guys, based off heredity or just the traits. I mean, just from the traits they got from their parents, they look good. But I mean, they probably eating damn donuts and they eating wings every single day. Some of them just naturally got the right. They look the part. But again, what's inside? What is their blood pressure reading? Just like what are the things they doing to their body, man? So you just never know. I mean, and again, that's scary, man. Because I remember having lunch with one of my buddies, and he said his friend, was in DC. He looked. He didn't work out, but he looked the part. Died of high blood pressure. So that's something, man. Something to think about, man. It's crazy, man. It's almost this whole 2020, man. I'm on another level with this health stuff, man. Again, you may have some hiccups, man. But at the end, you don't want to have no throw-ups, right?
Hiccups, but no throw-ups. Cheat, but don't make it a long-term thing, man. I like that, man. I like that.
Yep. Not unfair, man. Not unfair. It's all a process, though, right? Everything's a process, man. We gotta continue to being former football players and linemen at that. Is we gotta encourage each other. We gotta encourage each other. Say, hey, there's a few little skill guys, man. I've seen walking around, man, who get up there now too. Now, I don't peep it. They need to join the chat. They need to join the lose to win as well, man. But I think this is all a good thing, man. We got to continue to stay on each other and pushing each other, man. Because again, some of us are a little too heavy. I think y'all know that.
Yeah. I think that's why I think it's such a great thing. I mean, just speaking for me personally, it's just, you don't have that many environments where you can just be held accountable in a real honest way. And so to be able to have to post that thing every time and really just be like, okay, if y'all know next week I don't come in less than 3 or 4, then I ain't been doing right. You know what I'm saying? That's just the facts. So it's the eye in the sky don't lie. We find it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you play sports, you track numbers, you track stats. So that's, whatever it is. So, but all numbers, matter. So not just the weight, the blood pressure, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't want to have the best scoring offense. You want to be good in the red zone. You want to be good in all that. So it's the same. And that's, again, I think that's something that we can kind of, football dudes, athletic dudes can kind of gravitate to for sure.
Because we love food, right?
Yeah, so that's a good segue, because that's the other thing you were talking about, oatmeal pies and when you're younger. So everything everybody in America has always done is, use food for everything, to eat, sleep, celebrate, be depressed, like you said, job, stress. But one thing we always know with football is that at the end of anything, there's going to be a meal, workout. We're going to go, where we going after? We going to Wendy's? Who house we going to? Or we going to the store real quick to get some. After the game, they got your Chick-fil-A lukewarm in the jug. At the end of the year, we got a banquet. At the end of the, you know what I'm saying? But even if you real good, you get to have extra food. You get the extra eat because you player of the week. You get the certificate. You get the coupon to go get the steak. Like, is that one thing you think football has hurt you, kind of like setting that mind? Not hurt you personally, but maybe just all the guys who play, because there's always that constant work reward type of exchange.
Man, just the culture around food is just And you're right. I mean, you basically said it. I mean, there's not really much, to answer about it, man. Like, again, when my daughter, she just started, using the bathroom on her own. Okay. When she used the bathroom, what do we give her? Tootsie Roll, right? I mean, starting from there, from 2 years old, like, if you use the bathroom, we'll reward you with Tootsie Roll. That's candy, food, junk food. She's 2. But again, it's kind of motivating her to want to make sure she uses the bathroom and doesn't pee on herself, right? I mean, it's just
and the reward that work. That's sweet. Like, I don't want no carrot. You know what I'm saying? I want that sweet.
Gotcha. And that's the thing. Like, what I can't remember when we used to go to Seawells. When we had was it any type of penalty to eat at Seawells if we didn't do right or something already? Now I can't remember. Like in the summer, was it a
penalty for not going to eat for sure?
Okay, penalty for not going to eat. Okay.
There was one for not going to eat, but I think that was more so on some y'all boys already. We paid for this already. Y'all gonna use it. But not the other way. I don't think. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'm just trying to wonder. But again, man, the culture around food, man, it's been there since forever, right? I mean, people use food to motivate.
So you ever got one of those awards? You ever got like pizza of the week? I mean, for being a player of the week, anything like that? I'm trying to think, because at James Island, after you left, they used to have this deal like, if you were like a list of players of the week, you go up to a little small local restaurant, you just go in there and smash. You know what I'm saying? That's all, of course.
There you go.
But it's funny you also mentioned food because, when you're looking for a job in high school, you kind of, you can go anywhere and get a job, but you probably want to get one at a fast food spot so you can eat good too while you're working. And Captain D's, Bessinger's. That's why you always see, I think, the football dudes up in there too a lot of times in the off season, because that's an easy way for you to get that food and make some money. You know what I'm saying? Because you're big ass in the kitchen anyway. And I just think, of course, all of us used to be in that Captain D's the same way.
Yeah. Again, man, it's just you don't want to, as we get older, man, you don't want to just overindulge in that type of food. Because when we get together again, we're gonna probably meet up somewhere to eat, right? Or if I have a gathering at my house, or a person have a gathering over his house, we're gonna throw something on the grill, right?
Oh.
And BC, bring the chicken. Man, I got the steak, right? And then we can just we can socialize and fraternize, internalize with each other, man, all that. So that's just how it works.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's all the good part. The celebrations. If we just kept it to those situations, it'd be good. But again, we didn't get to be 300 pounds by just eating steaks on holidays. It was the 12-piece on a Tuesday afternoon through the drive-through when you was supposed to bring 2 12-pieces, so you got one for yourself and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets you up there.
I want to hear that story. Give me an inner guy fat story like that.
Yeah, I said, I need to hear one from you.
I got one I can tell on you. But I want you to tell your own. Give me one where you just been like, afterwards, you was like, man, what are you doing to yourself, man? Come on, man. You know good and well you ain't supposed to do that. You got one of those stories?
Oh, man. Let me see. I can't think on the top of my head. Man, there's been plenty. Heck, I think I remember one time, crazy, going back to Hardee's. We were in the drive-thru. I think it was about me, you, JR, a few of us, man, and they had what was that? Some type of deal with the bacon.
The Monster Burger, sir.
The Monster Burger had 8 pieces of bacon on it.
8 pieces of bacon, 2 pound patties, 8 pieces of cheese, and you did what?
I had 2 of them.
And one day.
We were hanging out. What's that?
One day? Or in the parking lot. This has been different.
In the parking lot. Yeah. You need to go ahead and tell it.
I don't want to take your shine, bro. I don't want to. Because in the words of Ham, 16 bacon. That's all I ever remember. 16 bacon.
I'm hearing him say it right now. 16 bacon, say it? 6'10" bacon. I'll never forget it. That's a classic right there. Right there in the drive. We parked over on the side. We didn't even leave. We didn't even leave the parking lot. We just parked over to the side, BT, and went to work. Went to work. Oh, the days, boy, the days.
But everybody got a story like that, man. I mean, everybody, man, plenty of stories. I mean, remember the Chinese restaurant on James Island? I remember that first time I went from 4 wings to, man, add 4 more on there for me. And that just became, that went from.
Tags. We used to go to Tags. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? $3 for all that? Come on, bruh.
Set it up right there inside the living room, right there. Eat Tags, watching the game, watching TV.
Absolutely.
With a 50-cent soda.
Mm-hmm.
They had the soda machine right there on the side. Bang.
Definitely.
With the duck sauce. Let's get it.
Special all day, boy.
Good times, man.
Yeah,
good times.
Sure. Like you said, though, you got to look at it back with fondness because you can't do it now. You be like,
heck no.
Yeah. So if you could eat anything right now, no repercussions, what would it be? All the time. No calorie. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna blood pressure. Just like drinking. If you could do no repercussions, what would it be?
Good one.
Lobster macaroni from Ruth Chris, and just some fried chicken. I love me some chicken, man. Say what it is. I love me some chicken.
that yard bird.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Undefeated, boy.
What was that one we used to go to back? Was it Zest? It's Bernie's.
I'm still trying to keep it going single-handedly.
Classic. Bernie's, right there in Columbia. Anytime somebody would call me and recommend any place in Columbia to go to, I said, you need to go check out Bernie's, man. You know, good prices and great food, man. You know, good people over there. But Bernie's right down the road. And the crazy is, it's funny. I got, talking about a fat story or whatever you want to call it. I remember as a GA, I was a GA. And, it was that deal with Spurrier was telling the players, to do away with eating fried chicken. Heck, I'm on the staff, right? So, we used to make lunch runs, for the coaches. I'm a GA. We used to make lunch runs for the coaches. So I had, he sent us off. They sent us off to go, get something to eat. All the GAs and assistants. And I come back and I got me a 3-piece, chicken with some coleslaw, fries. And then he pulls up for lunch. And man, I just waited in the car. I said, "No, I am not getting on that elevator with him when I got this Bernie's right here." So I tried to give him some time. I said, "You know what? He's gonna go in and get on the elevator." So I waited maybe about 2-3 minutes. I walk in there and go on the elevator. He's still at the elevator. See? Eat that fried chicken. I said, Coach, yeah, I just, a little something. Once a month, Coach. Once a month. Not much. I thought we're trying to tell the players to stay away from that fried chicken. And there you go. Mind you now, I tried to wait in the car because I thought he already went up. But I think he was talking to somebody downstairs. Y'all know the Floyd building right there. He was talking to somebody downstairs, so he hadn't left yet. So we met up, man, and that was a heck of a story, man. But I had to go in there and I had to dig into that fried chicken. Oh man,
wow, that's a good one to kind of end it on, man. You got anything else, B?
Nah, I think that's it, man. What's your ultimate goal? Where do you see yourself? What's the weight you want to walk around at?
I'm 280 now. I want to get to 250.
280. You just said you was 295 last week, Sid.
Oh yeah, I lost 15 pounds.
Boy also said he been blending up fucking celery and fucking for 7 days straight. Again, I told us, boy,
jawline coming in real strong, boy.
No, looking like he's 15, like we on that damn school bus again, boy. God damn. But that's the benefit.
You wear your jersey.
Yeah, exactly. That's the benefit. That's the benefit of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody told me your body every day forgive you, every 24 hours it forgive you. Even though you drank all that Hennessy, whatever. So it ain't never too late to like you doing, you know what I'm saying? Eating the right stuff. And it don't take, I mean, you're giving a tremendous amount of effort, but it don't take a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you going all the way with it, shit, you're going to reap the benefits of it a lot sooner than later. But every 24 hours, your body forgive you. But a lot of times, like you said, people don't give themselves.
I like that one. Every 24 hours.
I ate them wings at 8 o'clock that night. Okay, all right, I ain't going to eat breakfast, but 11 o'clock, we're going to hit the sub up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think I'm...
And that's another thing, you know, I would advise folks, man, intermediate fasting. I started doing that in January, man. I lost 10 pounds within like maybe two weeks. Basically from when you wake up, you know, eat 4 hours after that and just eat for 8 hours.
Eat for that window.
And then you off for 16. Now, intermediate fasting, man, that's a good one right there. You know,
give your body time to rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, give your body time to rest. Exactly.
And that's definitely the biggest thing I think since getting older. You eat past that certain time of night, it just your body, you're gonna be asleep, but your body boom, 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 working.
Yep.
How you get this chicken down that goddamn pole? How we get it out of your big ass while you sleep? You know what I'm saying?
Sleep. and getting your sleep is important too. You know, as y'all know, right? I mean, just any pointers to how your boy lose 15 in 7-8 days.
In the words of John Austin, drink water and go to bed, man. In the words of Johnny Austin.
Johnny, hey, crazy. I always think about that when I'm drinking. Hey, where's my remote? I'll see it. I got some work to do. You see, got my limit in there, right?
That's the whole gallon. That's 80. What is that? 84.
Now that's the whole gallon right here. Then. Starting with a good morning and all the way to tonight. Well done. I'm at about 4 o'clock now, so I got a little work to do, but I'm gonna get it in. You know?
Already. Again, most people don't even have adequate hydration in their entire life. So, shit, you on it, man. You on it. One last thing. Johnny mentioned stress for him. He think that's one of the biggest things that leads to, and you mentioned stress earlier when you talked about when you got your heaviest. How are you not being stressed out with so much shit going on right now in the world? COVID, you know what I'm saying? Again, you're always working out, you're always eating, but what's the way you're dealing with the stress to keep, you know, the ability to just munch your feelings away, you know what I'm saying? Right now.
My family motivate me, man. When I wake up in the morning and I go in my daughter's room and I look at them and I just kind of do away with anything that's going on in the world, man. Because understand, I got to be a great father for them. I got to be an excellent husband for my wife. So that's the main thing. Just having to look at them and knowing that, you know, I got to be, you know, the brick, you know, for the family. I ain't there. So eliminates and it does away with any stress. You know, just even though we're gonna go through that, and it's gonna be some ups and downs and in this journey, this thing we call life, man. But all I do is look at them and make sure I'm the brick.
It's like a recommitment. I mean, when you see it every day, you know what I'm saying? When you see them, it's like you say, this is what's really important, not the next phone call or, you know, the email or what I want to happen or what, I mean, them boys being healthy for sure. That's, again, I've already won. So that's definitely a great way to compartmentalize that every day. That's dope. That's dope.
Enjoy the process, man. Everything process, man. Surround yourself with good folk, man, and enjoy the process.
All right.